Google have all the answers that already exist in the world, but it doesn't provide the answer that's going to be for the future. The student that come to study interior design, right? They are the next generation that they need to find a path for the future. I personally do not have any style myself. We are kind of moving away from style these days, and even if the student going to mix things like Hello Kitty with Roman column and it works, so what kind of style do you call that? My name is Wynn A, and I am the Program Director for Interior Design Department. My experience in working was at UK and New Zealand. My work experience I covered architectural work, interior design work, and my specialty is in sustainable design. And I have worked in various projects from school for Ministry of Education, prison block, hotel, bank, conversion for people on wheelchair. As my hobby, I am the contributor for design review for magazine for InDesign Group, which covers habitats living in design life, and basically looking at trend forecast for furniture and hospitality project for basically throughout the Thailand region. And I was also the first stage jury for Asia Design Award a few years back. I guess that's about it. Well, I get that quite a lot asking about the style, but I think that has been quite a misunderstanding between the interior decorator and interior design. And those questions are usually answered by the interior decorator, but as the program director teaching the interior design, I would say that there's no such thing as style, and I personally do not have any style myself, and it just depends on the context. And we are kind of moving away from style these days, and even if the student going to mix things like Hello Kitty with Roman column and it works, so what kind of style do you call that? And I just think it's just a personal expression, a personal aesthetic style of the individual. So I'll guess, for this answer, I'll say, my favorite style is Wynn style. Then. Well, the sustainable design, right, is basically is design that consider the triple bottom line, which is the environment, the economy, and the quality of life. So it's really not about the environment, but it's about trying our best to save whatever we experience today for the next generation. And I think that's just the responsibility of all designers these days. Well, I guess, right, a lot of people have a big misunderstanding between the interior decorator and interior designer. I think, if you have to, if you're just going to choose a sofa, choose a curtain, and choose a wallpaper, then, don't waste time studying. Don't spend 3 years studying to get a degree, and all you have to do is just go to IKEA or just, search the inspiration from Google, from the design magazine, and you don't need to waste your time studying interior design. So why are we studying? And I think, right, for example, Google have all the answers that already exist in the world, but it doesn't provide the answer that's going to be for the future. So I think that's why, the student that come to study interior design, right, they are the next generation that they need to find a path for the future. And I believe that that's something that Google doesn't offer the answers, and that's something that's way beyond interior decorator. They are designing something, right, based on the concept, the aesthetic expression, and of course the context. So I think that is way much more complex than interior decoration. Well, I guess the parents or the potential student these days, they are focused things on what they will get after they graduate from any particular university that they have chosen. I think the so-called terms of return investment is getting more and more being questioned by a lot of potential students. What do they get after they graduated? And I think according to our statistic, right, we have a focus towards encourage the student on the spirit of entrepreneurship, and we have a statistic record that the student could start their own company and start their own business in between 2 years, and that's just by our track record, and which I think that is pretty impressive for the degree that we offer to the students. Well, I'm not so worried about the skill because you're coming to us to learn anyway. So my advice would be as long as you consider yourself as creative person and you're crazy enough, and if all your surrounding people says that you're pretty crazy, then come and join us. We like to celebrate your creativity and your craziness, of course.